Hello everyone. This is the video of Business Studies Class 12 Part A, namely the Principles and the Functions of Management, and it's Unit 2, that is the Principles of Management. In my previous video, I have discussed the concept and the nature of the Principles of Management, and today in this video we will be studying the next chapter, that is the Significance of Principles of Management. See students, when we do anything or when we try to learn anything in our life, we have some purpose behind or purpose regarding it. Each thing we learn or understand has its own importance. So in the same way, the principles of management has its own importance. And so, you are all ready to learn about the significance of management? Okay, let's get started with it. See, every manager of the company follows and rules and makes the employees follow the principles, rules and the regulations of the company so that the whole team would reach the goal of the organization effectively and efficiently. Principles of management, they are the guidelines to reach the goal of the organization, and it also helps in implementing the decisions properly. The principles of management has its own importance and we'll understand it one by one. So, what is the first point? It is providing managers with useful insights into reality. I'll repeat, providing managers with useful insights into reality. Principles of management were developed over the years on the basis of continuous observation and experimentation of managers in real business situations. Accordingly, these principles act as a guide to managers in dealing with the various business problems. They can be used by managers to deal with the recurring business situation. Let's understand it by an example. A manager of the company may assign his work to the employees so that he would execute some critical task which no one other than him can do. In short, he may give the authority to some other employees. The second point is optimum utilization of resources and effective administration. I would repeat, it is optimum utilization of resources and effective administration. One of the basic aims of management is the optimum utilization of resources. The principles of management require the organization to work on a plan and systematic activities which help to utilize the resources efficiently. The managers, they should use the resources in such a way which would give the maximum benefit to the organization. See students, if you all remember, we have studied about the cause and effect relationship. This would apply here also. Now you all must be thinking, how we would apply this here, right? See, the principles of management, they guide the manager, where manager would have an idea of the plan or the decisions he is taking for the organization and what would it result into, right? This is what is cause and effect relationship. See, as the point name talks about the effective administration. So, administration is the core of every organization. It is necessary that the administration should be efficient. See, for example, while constructing the building, the base of a building must be strong so that it can strengthen the building properly. Now you all must be thinking, why are we talking about building construction over here, right? See, students, the administration part is the base of the organization. If the administration works efficiently, the whole organization works efficiently. And so it is important and the part, or we can say the core part of the organization. Now we will be moving forward with the third point, that is the scientific decisions. See, as the principles of management are developed on the basis of the continuous observation and experimentation. They are based on the logic and the reasoning. Thus, by following the principles of management, managers approach the problems scientifically and they are able to take the logical and the rational decisions. The decisions which are taken, they should be free from bias and prejudice. The decisions must be made by understanding the situation of the organization and it must be goal-oriented and systematic. The fourth point is meeting the changing environmental requirements. I would repeat, it is meeting the changing environmental requirements. All the businessmen stay alert and make changes according to the changes which are prevailing in the business environment. The management principles are useful to train the managers in moving in the right direction and at the right level in the organization. However, management principles, they are the broad guidelines which require modification to bring about the change in the organization according to the changing business environment. For example, you all must be knowing about outsourcing, or you must have heard about outsourcing or about the BPO, KPO or the LPO companies, right? See, these companies, they are basically established outside India, but they do work with the Indian companies. So, as per the time and the need of the hour, we need to adapt the changing requirements of the businesses. Now we'll proceed with the fifth point, that is fulfilling social responsibility. A business is operated in the society with the use of the resources which is available in the society and hence should stay responsible for performing the social responsibilities. Management theory and principles ensure that the managers are achieving the organizational goals along with fulfilling the social responsibilities. See, nowadays we all are aware while buying any product, or we have a keen attention while picking up any product to use for ourselves. The same way, company also has to fulfill its responsibilities towards the customers as well as the public. So, the principles of management, they also guide the company to fulfill its responsibility towards the public. Now, last but not the least point is management, training, education and research. Okay. Can you all tell me what does these words tell you, or by listening to these words, what thought does come up in your minds? Yes, anyone? Okay, see, now you are all studying in standard 12, right? Now you all must have decided which course to choose or what to study further, or where you want to make your successful career, in which profession you need to go, etc. etc. So one of the courses, BBA or BCom, there are two such courses where we learn about the administration of management, the principles of management, etc. See, as we discussed about, the principles of management, they are the core of the business. And so to execute the proper management in the organization, it is necessary to get the education regarding the management and also its practical application with the help of the training. These principles form the base for the management education. They form the most important part of the management studies, and moreover, they form the base for further research on management. So this is all regarding the significance of principles of management. See students, there is a long history regarding the principles of management. Many renowned scholars have their own scientific principles of management, and today we will be understanding the Taylor's scientific management. So can you all tell me what does scientific management mean? Yes? Anyone? Okay, see. Basically, the scientific management involves the application of a scientific approach to managerial decision making and discarding at the same time all unscientific approaches like rule of thumb, hit or miss approach and a trial and error approach. Okay. Now I would like to grab your attention towards the definition which is given by F.W. Taylor. He defines scientific management as the scientific management consists in knowing what you want men exactly to do and seeing it that they do it to the best and the cheapest manner. Till now you listened the name about the F.W. Taylor. Now you must be having some curiosity. Who is F.W. Taylor? Right. See, the full form is Frederick Winslow Taylor, that is 1856 to 1950. Okay. He is called as the father of the scientific management. Taylor's principal concern was that of increasing efficiency in the production, and not only at the lower cost and raise profit, but also to make the possible increased pay for the workers through their higher productivity. Taylor saw productivity as the answer to both higher wages and the higher profits. He believed that the application of the scientific method instead of customs and rule of thumb, it could yield this productivity without the expenditure of more human energy or effort. Taylor published a book which is entitled by the name The Principles of Scientific Management in 1911. People needed some scientific or specific principles and methods for solving the problems which they faced. The initial impetus in the scientific management movement was Taylor. He was more concerned with the engineering aspect and the problems of workers and the productivity oriented wages. Scientific management has its heart four core principles that also apply to the organization today. We'll go through it one by one. Look, the first principle is look at each job or task scientifically to determine one of the best ways to perform the job. This is the change from the previous rule of thumb method where workers devise their own way to do the job. Second is hire the right workers for each job and train them to work at the maximum efficiency. The third is monitor workers' performance and provide instructions and training when needed. The fourth is divide the work between management and labor so that the management can plan and train the workers which can execute the task efficiently. So, this is all for today's video.